It is now 3:30 in the afternoon on a Sunday. So if you saw my last vlog, in the end of it, I said that I had signed up for a triathlon, which was quite spur of the moment, if I'm honest. But I'm now 1 week into my program and I'm actually just about to head out on a cycle. I've got most of the blinds shut, so it's a bit dark in here, but I've got just a shirt on, got my bib shorts on, which has all the padding and everything in them. And I'm just about to put my bike on my car and get my cleats and everything, put it all together and head down to a bike track. I think this track each way is about 15 kilometers, so it's not too far. I'm just gonna go a nice chill ride, nothing crazy. So it's really hot, I'm actually sweating right now. I've been at the beach most of the day. I went for a big swim earlier, just to get some laps in, and I'm currently sipping on an electrolyte drink, Pure Nutrition electrolytes, which also has about 25 grams of carbs, mixed with a handful of blueberries, heap of ice and coconut water. So loaded with electrolytes. Plus just before I had some cottage cheese on sourdough as well. I don't know if you can see, but it's actually a little Yoda glass. I'm actually sweating right now, it is so hot. I purposely waited until the end of the day to go for my cycle and did my swim like when it was really hot earlier. So I thought I would basically run through like what my plans are with the triathlon and so on. So it's a short distance triathlon. So it's a 250 meter swim, 13K bike ride and a 2.5 kilometer run. So super duper basic, but I don't want to just complete it. I want to do it really well because my goal is to do bigger and larger triathlons. I don't think I'm ever going to be interested in doing like the half and full Ironmans and things like that, but I'm definitely interested in working my way into the sprint division, hopefully before the end of the year. That's a goal of mine, and possibly even the Olympic distance. But yeah, we'll just see how it goes. At the moment, I've definitely got my eyes on the sprint though. But the point of those ones are that they're not crazy long endurance, so you can actually push and go a bit faster as well. So if you know me, you know that my background is powerlifting, and before that it's gymnastics and cheer and dance and all of that, which for most of them, they're short spurts of explosive energy. So that's what I love to do. So yeah, I'm really, really excited. So basically I'll do a breakdown of my program at the moment. So it's super duper basic. I did show this briefly in my last vlog, and I have actually made quite a few changes to this program, but I haven't printed it yet. So I'll just run through what's on here. Basically, this is just my powerlifting like gym program at the moment, but this is my day-to-day. So ignore all the magnets, it's hectic on here. But Sunday I do a swim and a bike. Monday I do gym and some sort of yoga or meditation. Tuesday is a run and gym. Wednesday is Muay Thai, and it says Muay Thai because my session there is an hour and a half long, so it gets its own day. And then bike ride, and then I made an error here. It's meant to be bike and another run. And then Friday is squat day and a self-care day, so like sauna or massage and so on. And then Saturday I have 30 minutes of sparring, and then I go for a swim. So if you were reading the distances and whatnot on that, they've all changed. Most of them are quite a lot longer. And I know what you're probably thinking, well, if the bike that I have to do in the triathlon is only 13 kilometers, why is my first week of training already well over double that? Because I'm about to go on probably close to like a 30K bike ride right now. Because I strongly believe in you train so much harder than you need to for the competition, so that by the time the competition comes around, it should feel like a piece of cake. So for example, in cheer and gymnastics, so while we're training for a competition, as it got closer and closer, you'd be doing full outs, which is your entire routine, non-stop, back-to-back, sometimes, just depends. And you would do that over and over. And that's kind of how I want to do my training. Anyone who does endurance sports, high roxers and marathons and all that probably think this sounds really dumb. And it is in a lot of ways. For a short distance triathlon, I don't think I need to break down the distances any further. Like a 250 meter swim, if I was to break that down and just start in portions of it, I'd be doing a 50 meter swim a week, and that's not gonna do anything. Along the way, I've got a few different goals. So I've got 9 and a bit weeks until the triathlon. And then 4 weeks after that is my powerlifting comp. So obviously for my powerlifting comp, I am not going for any PRs, not even close. My best lifts are a 160 squat and deadlift. I will be so happy if I can squat 130 and deadlift. I'd love to deadlift 140, but I really don't think I can even call out numbers until I'm much closer to, because I'm currently doing 12 sessions a week. Some of those sessions are 20 minutes, really light intervals, nothing heavy at all. But 12 sessions is a lot of volume. And I'm actually even finding that I'm not sleeping as well because I've been overtraining. So long story short, a lot of volume, making me kind of tired, which you can probably see. But I'm really putting a strong emphasis on recovery. So I'm doing the sauna, ice bath every day, compression boots. I actually just sprayed magnesium oil on my neck before I go on this bike ride. I'm only very, very new to running. My form isn't perfect and things like that. So yeah, got a long, long way to go. But I'm really, really excited. So I plan on doing a vlog every single week, either recapping or showing my training and so on. And I'm so excited. I love cycling. That's actually a big part of the reason I'm getting into this. I can certainly say that although I used to cycle heaps when I was younger, it does not come naturally at all anymore. So it's hard. And I'm obviously a lot bigger. I have a lot more muscle on me. I'm a lot curvier than when I was younger doing it. So it's hard. I'm going to head out on my cycle now. I am making a small video that's going to go on my TikTok. So if you follow me on there, it's Brittany Amber Jones. That's where I'll be posting more of like my sessions and like what the training consists of and like pace and things like that. And I do sometimes post those on Instagram as well, but I definitely am most active on TikTok. So I'm going to go for my ride now, and then I'll come back once I'm done and recap. So it's actually now the next day. I didn't end up filming when I got home because I was crazy exhausted. Basically, I was doing like a loop. So I was riding to a place where there's like a nice little waterfront. I was going to stay there for a moment and then ride home. It took me about 25 minutes to get there. I took my time. I think average speed was like 20 kilometers an hour. And then in some areas I got a bit over 30. And then in some areas I was hovering around 18 because there's quite a few hills. Yeah, like I was just taking it easy. This was going to be the first of like many times doing that same loop. Just took like 2 minutes to myself at the waterfront and had some water and just like, I wasn't huffing and puffing, but just kind of caught my breath a little bit. You know, I'm very much, haven't done a long ride in a long time. And then all I did was picked up my bike to turn it around because I was like on a park bench where I had it resting. And as I picked it up, my entire wheel at the back just came off. So I did replace my, like the tube inside the tire 2 days ago. So when I put it back on, I mustn't have just completely tightened everything off. Anyways, because I had it on the back of my car and everything. So it's not like it was loose the whole time, but obviously just not enough. It came off and I went, oh, well, that sucks. But I mean, it's just the same way that I put it on when I was doing the tube anyway. So I put it back on and it just didn't feel right. And I don't know what was wrong. I feel like I did everything right. I put the gears, the chain back in the same spot, everything. And I could not move the back tire. It was completely locked. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. And I'm 30 minutes from home. Like I could call Eden to come pick me up, but I was like, I've got to figure this out because what if this happens on race day? So anyways, I did it like 3 more times. I finally got the wheel moving, but it was still like kind of stiff anyway. So, and if you're a bike person and you're listening to this, you probably think it's like really obvious, but to someone who's not, it was a lot. And then I had like random, like older men who I'm sure were really lovely, like offering to help me. And I'm just not really comfortable with taking a stranger's help. I pretended it was all good, got on my bike and started riding home. Although I could shift the gears, like it was, you know, changing, it wasn't. So the tension was so high. It was like when you ride a stationary bike and you flick the tension all the way up. It was that, and I couldn't get out of that. So I'm riding along completely flat for the beginning of the ride and I am struggling. Like I'm dripping in sweat. My heart rate's like 165. Anyways, and then I see like hills coming up and I thought, you know what, maybe I just need to ride and it'll work itself out. God knows why I thought that. Anyways, it was just such a mess, but I kept saying to myself, I'm like, well, if I can push through this, then, you know, whatever happens on race day, the worst thing, I can get through it. But it was rough. So at this point I'd been riding in total for about 45 minutes and I just thought I physically could not go any further. And then the thing that made me stop was, what if I'm actually damaging my bike? Because the back wheel was barely moving. So I'm just scraping it along the ground. So I called Eden and it was going to take him about 10 minutes or so to get to me. So I kept riding. All in all, I did want to go for a bike ride to get my heart rate up and surpass where the heart rate had to go, but it was not what I wanted. Legs were very, very, very sore when I got home. I literally came in the door, I was starving. So I had 3 eggs, a steak, and 2 pieces of sourdough with butter and half a glass of orange juice, which for me, that's a pretty damn big meal. It was like 900 calories. So a pretty good sleep. I'm gonna work on my bike over the next 2 days. I've got another bike ride on Friday. It's currently Monday. So I've got plenty of time to sort it out, figure out what's going on. Probably won't film much today. So I've got a run now, just an easy one because I've got sprints later this week. So that'll be interesting. Then I'm gonna go to work and then after work I have a deadlift session. So I think it's my last week of doing deficit snatch grip deadlifts. I've got 3x8 and I'll probably do that at like 80 kilos, I think. We'll see how my legs feel after yesterday, but that's the goal. Training's been going really good. It's Wednesday at the moment. So I'm just going to show like a few things I'm doing throughout the week. So yesterday I did bench. Thankfully it was a deload session because I am really, really flat this week. I did a morning run. It was really hot even at like, I think I went on my run at like 7 a.m. and it was already really hot then, but felt really good. And then by the afternoon though, I was really fatigued and I've actually made a few adjustments to my calories since then, adding in a few extra carbs and whatnot because I'm doing a lot more training at the moment and I am not fueling myself enough. Yes, I do want to lose weight, but I also want to perform. So it's finding that good balance. And I'm not trying to aggressively lose weight. I'm just trying to get a bit leaner. So I think I was definitely overdoing it a bit. Hair is all over the place at the moment. That was my first swim at a like actual pool. And it was kind of good because I could track my pace properly and track like how many meters I was doing. So all up, I did 600 meters. I did 600 meters. I kept the pace pretty comfortable because I've only just started swimming laps like, God, since high school when I like used to do swimming carnivals. So very, very long time. I did take a short breath every like moment, a short moment to myself every 50 meters. And then after every 100 meters, I took a couple breaths because I am not there yet fitness wise. And also I definitely need to work on my swimming technique a bit. Like, yeah, I can move and, you know, there's people casually swimming around me. I was slightly pacing ahead of them, but I know that my technique's not there. So definitely going to focus on that. I really, really enjoyed it. So that was really fun. I think I'm going to do a bun. I'm just about to go for my run and it's actually my first ever sprint session. So it even feels a bit weird calling it sprints because it's not actually sprinting. Like for most people, this is probably just their regular run pace. I am a slow girl. I am not built for speed and I am still very new to all of this. I think I've got like a warm-up run, nothing much, like maybe a kilometer. I think it's like, it's either 3 sets or 5 sets of 200 meters. 200. I'll look it up in a moment. I feel like I'm definitely saying this wrong. But it's 200 meters, really pushing the pace, and then like 120 seconds rest. Something like that. Pushing the pace, whether it's 50 meters or a kilometer, is very out of my comfort zone. Running is out of my comfort zone. So, not nervous for like the session or anything, but I'm a bit like, oh, like how's it gonna go? Because I barely know how to run. So going faster just sounds like I don't know. So Eden's actually going to come down to the park with me because I think this session should only take me like 20 minutes. So I will also quickly show my skincare I'm doing at the moment. Super duper simple at the moment. Honestly, especially on days where I'm really heavy training days and I'm like swimming and things like that, I'm not even doing any skincare at all because I'm not gonna, sometimes I'm having like 3-4 showers a day. I'm not reapplying it that many times. But on the days that I'm not, I'm just doing the Purito Wonder Relief Centella Toner. I use the unscented one. And then only today did I start using, I've wanted this for ages, but it was always out of stock, the Purito Centella Wonder Relief Unscented Serum. Apparently this is amazing if you do get little red bumps and lumps at just calming everything down. And I've really been loving this toner, so I thought I'd give that a go. And following it up with the, again, it's Purito actually, so I didn't realize I'm using pretty much all their range. I found them to be, especially their unscented range, pretty much completely acne friendly and non-comedogenic, all of that good stuff, and unscented. But I'm using their Panthenol Rebarrier Cream. I found this to, ooh, really dark. I found this to be so, so good. It's almost like a gel consistency and it's just really calming. And I'm pretty sure I showed this in my last vlog, but I've still been using, I'm probably going to do one tonight, so maybe twice a week, the Bondi Babe Clay Mask by Bondi Sands. I have absolutely been loving that for just cleansing out, especially if I am going to start like swimming in chlorine, maybe even once a week, just depending. One last thing that is new is a morning cleanser, because I don't cleanse in the morning, but like I said, going in chlorine and doing all those other things, and I'm sweating so much at the moment that if I'm going for a morning run and a swim and then I'm coming home, just rinsing my face with water is not cutting it. And I actually think that's why this breakout before my period has gotten worse. I'll actually show you a bit closer up. I don't want to, but it's actually quite bad this week. And last week my skin was looking amazing. So I'm gonna use the Core6 Low pH Good Morning Gel Cleanser. So it's specifically aimed at using in the morning. And it is really, really calming, very minimal. So I used it for the first time today. It's also, it definitely smelled like it had tea tree. Everything I use is non-comedogenic, acne friendly. I check every single damn ingredient in every single thing that touches my skin. I'm gonna go quickly have my fiber shake, which I know that sounds weird, but pre-run, especially if I'm going for one in the afternoon, I actually like having that shake first because it's loaded with iron. So I'm gonna go have that and go on this run. So I just threw on a singlet. I hate how this looks. It goes really weird with the red, but I'm just doing a 20-minute workout. I'm not putting that much effort in. I'm still wearing my white shorts. I actually normally like this singlet, but I think it's the red, my hair being pulled back. I just feel, I briefly showed you the previous one. This one is just set out by the hour each week. I've also set out time for work. My work does slightly change, but generally speaking, it's a 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. And I just made all of my training sessions more specific. I am so foggy this week. It's actually ridiculous. Just had my, popped it in. You've got to be quick because it thickens. The Ultimate Fiber that I always have. So much brain fog, so I feel like I've been kind of talking in a circle, so I'm probably going to edit a bunch of stuff out, so if it doesn't make sense, that's why. I just got to the park, so I've got 1 kilometer running warm-up, 120 seconds walking rest, and then I have 5 lots of 200 meters sprints, well, like I said, pushing the pace, 90 seconds rest, walking 5 times over. So I'm just going to go for my first run now. I'll come back here, have some water, and then, yeah. So I'm going to pass the camera to Eden.
Look at the sprint form. Look at the sprint form.
I'm going to put this away for tonight, have a bath and chill out. I feel like my cortisol is much higher than I'm used to. So I'm going to go get a good rest and I'll film probably tomorrow afternoon. The run yesterday didn't exactly go to plan, so I'm still actually really happy with that. I am slow, but I am getting faster, and that is all that matters to me. And this is going to sound so silly, but the biggest technique change I've made that's made like a drastic difference is just keeping my eyes up. I was saying it to Eden yesterday, I'm like, when you don't play like team running sports. Like I played netball, but even when I played centre, I still didn't run that much. Just those little tiny things that, you know, I never had to do. So if I ever did run, I was looking down, just trying to make sure I wasn't tripping over my own feet. Overall, I'm actually pretty happy with it. I was very hard on myself yesterday. Anyway, so I was, if you can hear, it is thunderstorming. I was gonna go for a run this morning, just a nice, gentle, easy run. But I think this is a sign to have a breather. So I had a little bit of a sleep in, woke up, so I've been waking up at 5 a.m. every day. Today I woke up at 5:30, but I pretty much did nothing till 6 o'clock. Then the rain pretty much hit straight away. So I just did some work on my phone, bit of editing, and signed up for a pool membership. So especially since there's going to be a bit of rain here and there, and then when summer finishes, I still plan on swimming. So going for ocean swims, I also don't feel that comfortable going on my own all the time, especially as my swims get longer and longer. Creatine, glutamine, greens, same as always. So I got a bit distracted there. It's going to work out a lot more affordable because at the moment I'm swimming twice a week, but very soon, probably over the next week or two, that'll change to 3 swims a week. I just got home, didn't end up getting my massage, which I'm pretty disappointed about. I got there and they were just way too busy. Plus it took me a long time to get there and a long time to get back because of all the rain. But while I was there, I picked up my sister a birthday card. She has a little dachshund, so I love that. And it's like a nice like canvas texture. And then I already gave her present. I got her a voucher for like her favorite store, but I don't like not handing someone a physical thing. She loves vouchers. That's the only reason I got that. I don't like buying people vouchers. But I got her my favorite Korean sunscreen. So I got her that. She's just as into skincare as I am. I got her a bunch of face masks. And I also got her from Purito, which apparently is like my favorite brand now. I didn't even realize how much of their stuff I owned. But the Wonder Centella Unscented range. So it's a bunch of minis. So I got her that as well. So nothing like amazing, but I love that stuff. And I got some nice little gold ribbon to wrap it up and put it in a box. And then while I was at the, because I got that from the dollar shop, my little fan that I always do my makeup with is about to die. And because of Chinese New Year, they had this. I thought it was a white one when I picked it out, but it's black, which is not me. But I'm also sipping on, it's from Coles. It's the fake margarita. So it's sugar-free, alcohol-free. Basically, it's just like flavored mineral water. But this is the margarita one, which I haven't had before, and it is so good. It actually tastes like a cocktail, so obsessed with that. I'm gonna quickly do my makeup and then I'll show you what I'm wearing. And yeah. So all finished getting ready and we're literally about to go out the door, so I don't want Eden to get cranky. But this is the top I'm wearing. It's like a one shoulder, and this is a skirt I got from Princess Polly. I have a feeling I'm gonna end up wearing it tomorrow night as well. And I just did the same makeup. Oh, it's really blurry as last time. So yeah. It's now Saturday morning. I'm just getting ready for boxing. I've done really weird braids. I couldn't be bothered to do proper braids, so I just did a plait and then plaited it into here, but I don't actually think you can tell. We got home a little bit late, but nothing crazy, but I slept really well, but I think I only ended up getting like 6 hours. It is pouring down outside. We have 2 sheds in the backyard, like a bigger one and a small one, and both of the doors came like flying off, so it's windy. Not long home from boxing now, but I'm just gonna film this on my phone because he's just training the dogs, because my camera SD card is full. So I made a massive breakfast. That's Eden. So he's got 4 eggs, bacon, pork sausage, a little salad, and some cooked up feta. I've got the same, just smaller portions, and 1 tiny piece of sourdough. Oh, and I just spilled that everywhere. So it's pretty dark out here, so I'm not sure if you'll be able to see too well, but this is the setup. So in the gym, Eden's got our hyper here with the bike underneath it. So I'm gonna sit I just walked into something. Sit my phone up there and just watch some YouTube. So I'm halfway. Honestly feels pretty easy, but I am sore. But yeah, and I'm trying not to have too much water because I do have a run after this and I do not like running with too much in my belly. So heart rate's around the 120 mark, which is definitely what I want. And yeah, keeping that 22 to 24 speed. So pretty comfortable. but I just feel so tired. A package just arrived for me. My shin guards for Muay Thai. Oh, and my cycling top. And they're just, you know, stock standard shin guards, nothing special. I really wish got here 20 minutes ago. A cycling vest to wear over my bib shorts. I might actually change that now. Do I look like a cyclist now? Okay, she's a bit snug, I won't lie. And it is a little bit thicker than I would prefer. Bike ride is all done. I'm just gonna go quickly take off my bib shorts, put on some normal shorts and go for my run. I kind of forgot that I'm finishing off my runner program before I go into my triathlon program. So I don't have a 2.5 kilometer run. I have a 5.7 kilometer run, which was a lovely surprise that I realized in the last 5 minutes of my ride. Definitely gonna change out of my shorts for that, put on my proper running shoes and everything, and get going. I've set a 5-minute timer to go do all of that and get out. Normally I would try and get that whole transition done in under a minute, but for a much longer run than I expected, I'm gonna need to put on all my gear. Throw on a different top and some shorts, and I've got my Sauconys and my running socks on. I am also gonna test out using the Body Glide. So I just got back from my run. I'm actually not dripping in sweat for once. I did get a bit sweaty on the run. It's a bit dark in here. But I actually went for 6 kilometers because where I was by the time I got back, I went a little bit over. Felt really, really good. I did go quite slow because that is actually my longest run yet. I haven't done 6Ks before. That does include a 5-minute walk at the end. But that walk is like 300 meters of me like hobbling. All my runs are pretty much intervals, so 800 meters on, 200 meters walking. But I also threw in some hills as well because I was going slow because I had cramps. I am tired. I've done kickboxing. I went on the bike. And I didn't get a very good sleep. I did go quite slow, but I made up for it by doing hills and I did not stop. So I don't even know how long it's been now, but after my run, had a big shower, rested for a bit and did some editing, and then I had a protein shake. I kept my food pretty light today because I did eat not like a lot yesterday, but very out of the ordinary. So honestly, I haven't felt hungry today. So I just had a 1.5 scoops of protein powder with some blueberries mixed up. Okay, so I'm all done. Literally hair is the same as yesterday, makeup is the same. So this is the yellow top I'm wearing, and the same skirt with a belt, and I'm literally wearing like just flat sandals because it's not raining, but it's pretty crap weather. So I'm gonna head out now and I will see you tomorrow. So this may fall down, but I'm on the way to the concert and I'm already like just running on time because we weren't actually too sure what time it started. Anyways, so I get in my car and because of all the storms and everything, at some point I must have like, I don't know, driven over something. I had a flat. So I was on my way to get petrol and I pull up and I straight up had like a flat tire. So I do not have time to change it. So instead what I've done is I've just pumped my tires up. The concert's only 20 minutes away. So I'm just gonna get there, watch the concert, and then if I have to change my tire after the concert, that's fine. I've changed a tire probably 10 times in my life. So I feel fully confident. Yeah, love that. So it's now Sunday morning. It's really dark because it actually started raining this morning, which wasn't meant to happen. I'm just sat down to eat my brekkie. So I've got, yeah, I know, 3 fried eggs with some feta, some spinach, tomatoes, and bacon, and my coffee. I do actually have 2.5 rashers of bacon, which may actually end up being a bit too much, but I wanted a nice big brekkie like I had yesterday because today's not as full on as yesterday, but still got quite a lot to do. The concert was really good last night. Got home probably, I think it was like 11:30 and then into bed at midnight. I stopped by a Macca's on the way home and got some grilled chicken for dinner as well. So it's now about 12 o'clock. Went for a 45-minute walk with Eden and the dogs, just really casual. Just took it really, really easy this morning. I am about to head to the pool. I'm going to do a 1 kilometer swim, then a sauna, and then head to the beach and finish off the rest of my swim, the one that I missed yesterday. Very tired, very flat. But I was just saying to Eden, the more I get done today, the more of a rest I can have tomorrow, because on Mondays I only train deadlifts and I do nothing else. I'm probably not going to film my sessions at the moment. I just want to get in, get them done, and I'll pick this up this arvo to finish it off. So I'm just back now. It is like 4 o'clock, so it's been a while. The sauna was exactly what I needed. I've got about 2 more hours before I'm gonna go for my run, which will be my last thing for the day. So I'm gonna sit down, relax, and do that. I'm actually gonna make myself a dandelion tea. After the sauna, I actually popped into the chemist to pick up another thermo. I pretty much always get the deficit, whatever it's called, from Chemist Warehouse, but this time it was out of stock, and I got the BSC shred carnitine sourberry. So it's another thermo, only 100 milligrams of caffeine, which is perfect. And it's got heaps of carnitine in it as well. I'm just gonna leave this vlog here because as you can probably tell, and for most of this vlog, I am tired and I'm not quite keeping up with where I need to be or where I want to be right now with my training. That was the end of week 2 of my training. I'm 7 and a bit weeks out from the triathlon. And although my training's only going to get more volume and intensity, I'm gonna start adapting to it a bit better. Like, I think it takes with cardio normally like 2 to 3 weeks for your body to really start adjusting. I've noticed my breathing is so much better, but it's just the fatigue. I'll pick this up later in the week, maybe for my next brick session. But for now, bye, and I will see you next time.